Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Z James. This is Z32 Workshop, and this behind me is my 1993 Nissan 300ZX convertible. Weekend car, autocross car, fun car. If you can't tell, I can't quite see it anymore. It is 30 degrees here in Iowa, which means it's cold. That means I'm not doing a whole lot in my garage because it's uninsulated. So it is now set up for winter car storage for my stuff. The car is packed away for the winter time to work on next spring for the most part. So let's see here. You got all of December, January, February, maybe in March I'll start working on this thing again. This video is going to be on what I purchased for doing the twin turbo swap. More specifically, some of the stuff I wasn't necessarily budgeting for the first time around because you don't need to do it, but I'm like, you know, the engine's on the engine stand. I should really look at this while it's here before I do this whole twin turbo swap, do everything up on the motor. I mean, not 100% rebuild because it's not. I'm not doing bearings or anything like that because there's no issue. I mean, I'll go look at things while I'm in there and determine if I need to then. I shouldn't have to. The motor was running just okay-ish, but it wasn't what it needed to be beforehand before I pulled it. So what I'm talking about is when I pull this motor all apart, because this is my twin turbo one, when I pull it completely apart to do everything to, you know, freshen up everything, clean everything up, do new belts, new valve stem seals, all this stuff. Well, if I'm pulling up the valve covers and stuff, and I've got the upper plenum off, it's not that much harder to get rid of the lower plenum and pull the heads off. And the reason I'm going to pull the heads off is, for one, inspect the cylinders really well if I can, and make sure I get a good head gaskets. So that's what I ended up purchasing here. And this is what I really wanted to show you guys. I ended up buying new head gaskets. I will probably buy a couple more sets just to have on the shelf for myself because I'm a hoarder in that fact. But so here's the part number. You got 11044-40P00. They're all the same, so you just need to get one. You get for the multiples. Now, if you have a bad head gasket, you can replace one. My response is, if you do have one, replace them both. It's the best way to go on an engine. And this is just me being proactive with the car to make sure I get what I want. So once again, there's the part number for everybody. And these are genuine parts. I got these from Z1. They were the most reasonable price for these by quite a significant amount, to be honest with you. And then the next thing is, I'm like, well, if I am already down, pulled the heads off on this thing, I might as well upgrade to head studs, which allows for a lot more horsepower. I'm just want to bulletproof the motor. So what I ended up picking up was these APR Head Stud kit, which has got all the head studs you need, washers, and then nuts, plus the assembly loop. Now, all these bolts are the same, except for two. Two of them are slightly shorter. I'm not for sure which ones they are. I will have to look that up, but it's pretty evident when you do this which ones the short ones are and why you would need to do this. This gets you to safely 500 horsepower because this is the standard APR kit run into this 500 horsepower, which this motor and the turbo setups I'm going to be using will not need to be 500 horsepower. I'm looking for 400. And I want to make sure I'm overbuilding everything to make sure everything fits just right. So if the turbo is over boost, I don't blow a head gasket. That's the main goal. I mean, that's the entire purpose of this, is kind of bulletproof the motor for autocross so I can drive down the street without having too much difficulties. I don't want to be anywhere realistically, and next thing you know, pop a head gasket. That's just unfortunate. Don't want to do that. And I shouldn't do that with the factory turbos. Hopefully the last two videos have already dropped. We'll get to you that, which will be the turbos I've done. And you can see the hood I haven't got worked on yet because, well, once again, it's middle of winter here in Iowa, and I don't have the interest to go do it right now since it's really cold. But once again, we're still making progress moving forward with all the parts to acquire. The parts left to this, I do need to buy lower plenum gaskets yet. Unfortunately, I always advocate getting OEM parts or everything. That is one part I am not going to advocate to go get because lower plenum gaskets for an early style plenum to head, you know, plenum to head gasket is ridiculous. Like, it's like $140 a piece, and that's $300. That's nuts. You can go to Rock Auto and pick them up for like 30 bucks because they're not that. I'm not saying they're not important because they are, but that's a stupid number. That's a dumb number for doing all this stuff. So once again, my name is Z James. This is the Z32 Workshop. And please like and subscribe, smash that like button, subscribe. All this stuff helps me out. We're slowly making our crawl on our way to 1,000 viewers, so hopefully I can get monetized on this channel. And maybe I'll start showing you guys more content on this stuff when I'm actually doing more racing on this stuff. So everyone take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.